YouTube. Today is December 30th, 2016. I'm, of course, in my garden in Krati. It's nice and sunny, and it's sunbathing time because Mango was escaping from that roof window. He hurted his foot. He used that as exit route, so I'm worried about him a lot. He's my cat and my adopted son. So, this video is about why I think that David Icke and Alex Jones are fake. First thing first, David Icke and Alex Jones simply are not targeted individuals, and people get targeted for far less than what are they doing. So this is very first reason, and like always a good question. How come powers that be don't kill David Icke? And when I was David Icke follower and many years showing his lectures and movies and from Alex Jones in one cabaret theater and later on in one NGO from the projector on the big screen, I was always answering, well, they are too big. Killing them would be, or hurting them would be sign that everything they say is truth. Well, truth is, when I started to expose these things and talk about these things 2006, 2007, I became targeted individual. Uh, Sleeping in a bed became difficult. I would simply lie in my bed and then notice that suddenly I just can't fall asleep. Normally I feel this strange nervous energy, this heat, and precisely because I was growing up on them, I didn't have access to information that anything like targeted individual really exists and microwave exists. So it took me 7 years to figure it out by obscure websites on the YouTube and the internet and get this information not from the mainstream. And mainstream is United States, that is Alex Jones, Western Europe, this is David Icke, and then you have nothing. So this is conspiracy scene mainstream, right? And you have also other players at that time like Stuart Sverdlov and others never a word about the topic. So if you think that this is irrelevant, that I'm like inchy pinching, think again, because in my understanding now, their spin was to create a movement which would be, of course, naturally grown up on them and led by them, and of course, disinformed by them. So when shit hits the fan, you simply do not have relevant information. And I'll give you another piece of proof. 10 years ago or so, I discovered the truth about the marijuana oil, and I was really excited about it. And then I was wondering how come that David Icke, which has arthritis and he really suffers, how come that he's not using that oil? It was for me very difficult to conceive that somebody so intelligent and informed like him simply doesn't have this information. And just imagine, uh, on the other side of the Atlantic, twin brother Alex Jones, he was promoting snake oils like colloidal silver and shit like that, and gadgets like that, which of course don't work. And you should know that colloidal silver is just bullshit. It sounds good, but it's not working. And he was not promoting Ganja oil at all. Neither he is promoting it now. So they effectively done what is called in media the white censorship, not of the race, but of the way of censorship. Like a black censorship is like, shut up, this is erased, and this is not gonna be printed. Okay, but white censorship is you're simply not reporting certain information, and they've been simply not reporting certain information about whole scene of targeted individuals, number one, and second thing about the good things like marijuana oil. So what do you think how many thousands of people died simply because they didn't have the access to that information, or how the whole truth about this was slow because the leaders of the truth movement simply kept their mouths shut? And I'm sure they're gonna mention it now, but now it's out there. Now it's 2017. Even like conservative fortresses of Europe like Croatia are now like considering that they might legalize it, and they decriminalized marijuana precisely because of the ganja oil, precisely because of the cancer cure. It was before, it was 1 gram of heroin equal to 1 gram of marijuana by the law, okay, and now it's not. You still pay the same price for a small possession, which is, if I remember, always was like 2,500 kuna, which is like a lower average paycheck, which is like $300, something 350, and which is like dirty poor minorities paycheck. That's how it is, and so yeah, but that moved. Not thanks to them, not thanks to David Icke, not thanks to Alex Jones. And I'm really serious about this because it saved my life. So another thing would be what I noticed about them is the most important thing, and this thing, most of you who are watching this are not gonna figure it out for a very very long time. See, what they missed and how they misinformed me as well until that crucial May 2012 when I telepathically learned about the truth myself, is they putting Illuminati into that rich, tiny rich elite you don't have contact at all with. 13 families, like Windsors. How many Windsor friends you have? Like English royal family, I have zero. How many people you know that they had contact with them? Well, I was once on a Queen Elizabeth II ship, and there was a Trafalgar Square like parade of hundreds of small and medium-sized military ships somewhere in the English Channel, and she was on a ship far away. This was my maximum, and I didn't see her, and I didn't bother even to look in this direction. And so this was my closest, I guess, and so on and so on and so on. But the truth is, these people are completely something else. These people are what I've told you before. About 1% of human population, maybe even up to 2 in some areas. They are the subgroup of the Homo sapiens. They have stronger mental faculties, Illuminati born in as a humans. I'm talking about them, not about the reptiles. These are the other Illuminati, people colloquially put in the same bunch, which is not the same. And which would be like putting admirals and generals together with the foot soldiers which been sent as a cannon fodder. Not the same groups. So they are physically stronger, and some of them have natural telepathy developed. In my guess would be like 25-30% of them. And there are people around you. They run the show. Okay, you rub shoulders with them on a daily basis. You don't know that, and you're not gonna know that because David Icke and Alex Jones calling Illuminati 13 families out of 7, maybe up to 8 billion people. They reduce that to statistical speck, non-existent. Okay, this is, as are you following now? This is part of that thing. Targeting individuals don't exist for them. Therefore, those who are targeting them on a daily basis don't exist. Therefore, the Illuminati as a family don't exist. Hence, the people who gave birth to David Icke and Alex Jones don't exist because they are born in Illuminati. Definitely Alex Jones. I can see that in his vibe, I can see that in his eyes, and he was bragging about his CIA family and so on. He's been like really exposed, and he's like, fear mongering Chinese bases in Mexico about to cross the border and invade America, and on other side Chinese are driving their big boats by LA and all other disinformations and bollocks. So, and of course giving you pieces of truth like FEMA is real and so on to buy the credibility. So now you get my point. Let me recapitulate again. Targeting individuals don't exist. Illuminati family as 1% of humanity don't exist for them, and maybe till recently, maybe even now, marijuana is non-existent thing as a cure, which is the most radical discovery for us, for humans, past hundreds and hundreds of years. Really stronger than internet because it saves lives for real. So That's my point on them. I know that many of you will agree. Definitely, those who are targeted individuals who learn on their own skin how little you need to do to be targeted. Those people gonna get this intuitively. People who are not targeted individuals, they live in a different reality. They live in more like Santa Claus brings toys with his elves for a Christmas reality than this is really hell, reptilian farm and shithole reality. So thanks for watching, and put your comments down. Think before commenting.